Hello and welcome back, everyone. I'm Lakshay from ZEX Media, and today, at the second day of ABC Conclave Bangkok edition, I have Ravikant sir over here. Right. So, hi sir, how are you?
I'm doing good. Excited to see so many people at DevCon.
Yes, this week is like jam pack in Thailand, and right before the start of the DevCon, we have like few other side events where people, you know, tends to heat up the process of getting into the Thailand's ecosystem. Right. Talking about the development within this Thailand network and also the CA area, right, the Southeast Asia's. How do you think we are actually going forward?
I think from two dimension, what I feel is one is where number of users. I think there have been large level of adoption from this part of the world. We have been seeing across various reports that this part of the world has been one of the most fast adopting region when it comes to the Web3 ecosystem. And second is also on the developer front. I think at least I have been noticing that there are a lot of founders from this region who have been building several Web3 applications, and there is a huge pool of developer also from this region who is helping those applications to get more maturity. So very excited to see how this region is helping Web3 grow.
Wait, I just heard your panel at the stage for the ABC about the interoperability, right? So, how do you feel like in terms of privacy and taking the data security and the interoperability alongside and taking it forward? How is it going further?
No, I mean, look, interoperability is a hard problem. If I need to quote Vitalik, he has said that bridges are one of the most complex piece of code that Web3 is building on, right? So interoperability is important, and at the same time, it's difficult as well. However, I believe there is something that we need to take into consideration. To what level of interoperability do we need? What type of data or assets or credentials would be flowing across them? And there can be more than one way of doing things, right? If we bring all those aspects together, potentially we need to solve this out, because something which is holding us back is the user experience, right? And if interoperability can reduce of the complexity that we all experience in Web3, I think this is a way forward to bring in more users into the Web3 space.
Yeah, I mean, because uh, as it comes with its goods and bad, interoperability has like a lot more complexity to build their algorithms for both different chains to stay connected, but also they can utilize the different set of pools to increase the liquidity as well. So the community can have the benefit of much larger liquidity space as well as the community growth, right? In terms of your role, right? You are the growth director of the Privado, right? So how's you taking it forward?
No, I mean, overall, what we are seeing is that from a particular ecosystem perspective, it's important that we help do some level of, I would say, matchmaking. So, what are the expectation from users? How can we identify those kind of projects who can provide those kind of solutions to the users, right? And from Privado perspective, where I'm looking at the partnership side, the intention is we are an open source product. How can we enable our product to be worked out for different types of use cases out there, right? So we identities and horizontal, which can be applicable to DeFi, DAO, NFT, RWAs, and so on, right? So we are working with several projects as well as our partners in order to see how we can take this solution for a large adoptions, working across the ecosystem, but not restricting it to one of these systems, right? So the intention, at least that I'm focusing at the moment, is working with several partners, trying to find out, let's say, the early use cases and doing it repetitively across different ecosystems and with other partners.
Great. And in terms of not just this part, like uh, the interoperability and other stuff, how you feel like the whole ecosystem is going forward, right? It's been like more than decades. We're into this Web3 era, right? And there are a lot more things we found. The concepts of NFT. We try to build metaverses. We try to connect different chains at the same time, and as well as making newer innovations within the existing systems. What is the key light that you think is gonna be the, be the spotlight of this whole ecosystem for like next decade?
So that's a very interesting question. In fact, there had been a long tenure where we have been building infrastructure, and that's actually a requisite in terms of getting those mature applications to be built off a stable infrastructure and a scalable infrastructure. However, I personally feel that we are now at a stage where we have achieved a good maturity when it comes to infrastructure, scaling wise, security wise, interop to certain degree as well. Now it's a time where we might have to build more middleware and applications on top of it, right? So we are slowly going where we all wanted to reach once we have sought out to certain degree the infrastructure problem, and I personally feel very excited in terms of how we are adding up some tooling, how we are adding the middleware infrastructure and enabling those applications to use the composability aspect quickly and create those kind of applications that can really bring more and more users, right? So we have seen that there have been change in the trend, and you guys are the organizers of so many events across the globe. You may have seen that every year there is a new trend, whether it has moved from early 2021 to DeFi summers, then to NFTs, to DAO, and now to RWA and whatnot, right? However, I think we have to start thinking in terms of how can we start bringing in more users, and this is where we feel that now that the infrastructure has been sorted out, we create more middleware infrastructure and we create application on top of it and start seeing that kind of an experience which the user is incentivized and encouraged to come and start taking benefit of the decentralized applications.
Exactly, because we have that sort of maturity within the blockchain space. I think more solutions that needs to be implemented for the existing problems, right? Not just creating newer projects of any newer topic, maybe NFT or something, but instead of that, we implement the same solutions with better technology to our older problems, right? So yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of the event, right? And hope to see you in further editions as well.
Sure, thank you for having me.